A black tin becomes lighter in exile. A close neighbor is better than a distant brother. A dog society doesn't bring forth a lamb. A friend in need is a friend indeed. A home that is ashamed of its children is not a true home. A man does not move unless he has a reason. A person learns by doing. A person may not listen to the elders, but listens to the youngsters. A sign from a wise person is enough for the wise. According to the book, O generous one, a friend is there in times of trouble. An hour in the morning is better than a whole day in the afternoon. Be patient, my dear, tomorrow you will find relief. Between the rising and the setting of the day, bread is only diminished by what is eaten from it. Death is inevitable. Don't ask for something many times and take it once. Don't eat your own bread and someone else's. Don't feed the lion's cubs. Don't hang the stars on the tail of a dog. Don't let blood fall from the eye. Don't lift a piece of coffee beyond your capacity. Don't put the bean on your head. Don't rush on the absent. Don't sell the ring to buy the bracelet. Don't separate bread from salt. Don't speak before you listen. Don't spread the carpet before the guest is ready. Don't take out your anger on something destined. Don't teach the ant to the sparrow. Don't throw a stone in the well and then drink from its water. Don't use anger over a few things. Don't worry about the loaf when it's coming to the plat. Don't worry about the cane when it's coming to the elbow. Don't worry about the slipper when it's coming to the foot. Either you have a share or leave the groom. Every moment passes and does not return. God does not bring the key to the door of the house. He butts the stone with its other end. He escaped from the falcon and fell into the hands of the eagle. He hits his head against the wall. He may change his behavior, but his essence remains. He walks and sings while the donkey follows him. He who has no head has no thoughts. He who lives within his means will never go hungry. Health is a crown on the heads of the healthy that only the sick can see. Her day is a lifetime. Her day is a night. Her day is a year. Her day is in comfort. Her day is not in the era of the state. Her day is not the day of destiny. Her day is not the day of fasting. Her day is not the day of heaven. Her day is not the day of judgment. Her day is not the day of people. Her day is not the day of prohibition. Her day is not the day of reckoning. Her day is not the day of religion. Her day is not the day of space. Her day is not the day of sure. Her day is not the day of the animal. Her day is not the day of the ant. Her day is not the day of the bee. Her day is not the day of the bird. Her day is not the day of the cat. Her day is not the day of the cow. Her day is not the day of the cow. Her day is not the day of the crow. Her day is not the day of the desert. Her day is not the day of the dog. Her day is not the day of the donkey. Her day is not the day of the duck. Her day is not the day of the eagle. Her day is not the day of the elephant. Her day is not the day of the fish. Her day is not the day of the fly. Her day is not the day of the giraffe. Her day is not the day of the horse. Her day is not the day of the insect. Her day is not the day of the lion. Her day is not the day of the moon. Her day is not the day of the mosquito. Her day is not the day of the mountain. Her day is not the day of the mouse. Her day is not the day of the Nile. Her day is not the day of the owl. Her day is not the day of the penguin. Her day is not the day of the people. Her day is not the day of the rabbit. Her day is not the day of the rooster. Her day is not the day of the sea. Her day is not the day of the snake. Her day is not the day of the sparrow. Her day is not the day of the spider. Her day is not the day of the turtle. Her day is not the day of the universe. Her day is not the day of the wasps. Her day is not the day of the world. Her day is not the day of time. Her day is not the day of trees. Her day is your day. Honesty is always the easiest path. Honor lies in obeying God. Hope is better than despair. How many times have I told you to respect your tail? If you don't know the falcon, roast it. If you don't sow, you don't reap. If you throw a stick into the fire, it will come back to burn you. It is work that builds houses, not mere looking. It's a day of celebration, not a day of scabies. It's not worth the heavy burden. It's one day of your life, not one of the remaining. Life is nothing but 2 days. Look in the mirror before leaving the house. Lying has 2 legs. Necessity is the mother of invention. No grain of wheat falls far from its father's eye. Oh, one who burdens patience, there is no more patience. On the day of reckoning, the machine doesn't work. One day for you, one day against you. Only give the space you feel. Only those who betray you don't know you. The ship does not sink except from within. Only those who have lived on the seashore know the sea. Out of sight, out of mind. Patience is the key to relief. Patience is the key to success. Patience said once, and reason answered. Peace of mind is the key to happiness. Peace of mind makes things easier. Regretting the spilled milk is of no use. Speak slowly so your words are more beautiful than your silence. Stretch your legs as far as your blanket goes. 10 out of 10 for health. The age of a father is wisdom. The beginning is half the work. The beginning of hardship is half the hardship. The book covers the faults. The book speaks about its author. The day he finishes in your hands, he flies away. The day of reckoning is the day of enmity. The day the girl leaves, the world leaves. The day the jug feels the tap. The day the lineages are cut, the tree remains a leaf. The day time comes to you, the truth will be revealed. The day we end today, not tomorrow. The day we sell and don't buy. The day when salt is removed from donkeys. The day when the right is for the man, the woman becomes a man. The day you get married, don't die. The donkey does not stop except on its head. The door from which worry comes is also the door from which knowledge comes. The door that everyone knocks on does not need a knocker. The early morning is gold. The end justifies the means. The essence is in the tree, not in the fruit. The fork does not come in the dinner plate. The increase in burden cannot compensate for the damage to the mind. The life of simplicity is sweet. The liver of a sheep does not give birth to a lamb. The mouse does not escape from its hole except according to the size of its hole. The Nile brings the ship, but the desert doesn't bring water. The scent of incense does not believe the liar. The starting point lessens the difficulty. The taste of honey is enough with just a quarter kilo. The vigilant eye remains. The walker does not accept walking and running. The world does not become white except with an egg. They say your problems are lessons. Think before you act. This is what hunger utters, not companionship. Those who listen to advice live halfway. Time is gold. Two dogs do not love each other in one house. Water freezes, but not the Nile. We have learned a lot from our mistakes, and we still don't know. Wealth is not about having a lot, but it is about being content with what you have. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What is not in the pocket is in the heart. Whoever associates with ghosts becomes one of them. Whoever considers exile as his homeland, Egypt becomes his country. Whoever enters the well finds it there. Whoever has a heart has light. Whoever lacks patience lacks reward. Whoever lends to people, lends to God. Whoever says enough and sacrifice has said enough. Whoever says, I can't is ashamed. Whoever starts something is responsible for it. Words don't enter a closed mind. Your day is like 1,000 years. Your day is 2 days. Your hand should match your blanket.